Recording.
Hey, pause. What the
Focus.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Zoom in. Wait a minute.
Listen up.
What up? My name is Chaxi Erosh is in the building. We are the JUS Kidding Podcast, and we are live from Lepalanka in Lavington, just along James Ishuru Road. You guys can check them online at www.lepalanka.com. Enough marketing. Sawa. So now, quick plug. So for the very first time, you wanna say something?
No, I'm just trying to see what the marketing manager for the Palanca will say. That's what I was thinking.
So for the very first time, we decided we have like a very intimate small audience. Big shout out to you guys. You guys could be anywhere in the world, although we know that's not true. It's expensive being anywhere in the world, but it's just to be here. So shout out to you guys. So quick one. So the
It's a bad joke. I slap you.
I can take slaps. So the manager for the Palanca said one interesting thing about these walls is that I can speak. Do you guys believe that? So just assuming they can speak, what would these walls say? Twerk. For 1,000 bob.
1,000 bob. Hey, give us time.
So time is the only commodity we don't have. Close. Okay. Simple. Meet me at the corner. At the side. You said at the side.
Those walls are having boring conversations.
Anyway.
Sour.
So I keep my 1,000 bob. Thank you. But now, like, honestly, very interestingly, is Erosh and I were having a discussion about how social media has changed our lives and how we consume information. Because I'm like, if I had a product now and I want to advertise, the first place I would think about is social media first. Because we live such busy lives and we're always on our phones. So it's easy for me to reach you if I can go through my phone. As opposed to maybe the traditional way of advertising through TV. I don't mean you cannot advertise, but I'm like, mostly during the day, we hardly have time to be there. So, and just looking at how that has affected our lives and how we consume information, how we act, how we do things. And one interesting thing that everyone is talking about is what is the name of this guy?
But first, he said that social media has made people lazy.
Yes.
Which
I agree.
Which I do not understand. So maybe you guys, are you lazy? Who is on? Are you on social media? Are you lazy? Oh my goodness.
But you see, I think you need to give context. So yeah, whoever's gonna go first, please get the mic. So let me give just context.
Okay, context.
Yeah, so that because you can't just say people are lazy. Because what I mean by that is, this was specifically to musicians. Guys,
where
he knows he's a culprit.
No, what are you talking about? Anyway.
So point is simple. Right now, because of the reach people assume social media has, artists and musicians, painters, manini want to believe I have a project, I put it online and that's it. I feel like it has made people lazy. Kitambo, distribution ship was on point. Someone would make an art and really want to share it. Because that's the essence of making art. You know, if I make art and I don't share it to the world.
Were you there?
I was there. That's the only difference. I was there, bro. I'm not as young as you think. Look at this beard. So that is my point. I feel like because of online, now people have become lazy.
I think my opinion is it cuts across. It's true. But it's true. It makes people lazy. But you have to. It has two sides of a coin. Yeah? For content creators, they'll have to work their ass off to create that content. So those guys are all lazy, including the musicians you're saying. That's one too. But for guys who are just constantly consuming, for them definitely. Like guys who they don't think outside like a certain box. Then they know today in Tamka, and the IG, double tap, consume, Pinterest, cross, Twitter. Evo,
check a few thighs.
Yeah, Evo.
He's saying content creators are lazy. You're saying consumers are lazy.
the consumers that actually in the long run it makes them lazy.
But also, just correction, man. I never said content creators are lazy. I specifically said musicians.
Sensationalism.
Some point, I think they are, cause like okay, seme upost kitu like music yako, upost YouTube, okay, hizo places zote. The next place utandika like kwa bio yako, sijui kwa bio, lakini hutangangana like okay, tukipatana utaniambia by the way I have music. Do you expect nimeona kwa page yako, so nita-click, which stand ku click labda juu nitapitia tu juu. So na get so wako wazembe juu
in the sharing
sharing. Juu once you may post online haufungangani tena.
The lawyer is banned.
Oh yeah.
Please.
If you're going to say shit about Kenyan musicians,
I want to disagree.
Yes.
Because just as you said, it's some sort of a paradox kusema the target audience is on social media, alafu unasema mtu akipost anaenda anaweka social media na sawa. My logic is because the target audience is in social media, you don't have anywhere else to go. Ni kama the person who was walking by the invention of the car, I choose gari does not make him lazy kwa sababu ameenda na gari akakata kutembea.
Before club, let me kill your vibe. But remember, I said
technology makes people lazy. Like technology, the advancement of technology makes work easier. It does not make people lazy.
I hear you, but when I gave context, I specifically said when it comes to the experience. Because of social media, now we have many people who are producing art that they don't get to the people. Like you don't interact with the art at that level. Only because media. I want to put the art. But consuming music from social media is different from me consuming music, seeing you perform that music live. There's a very big difference. So that's why I feel that when is the last time, because I like to collect pieces and I don't want to have a picture of an artwork. I want to have this artwork.
Actually, we have
I like CDs. I like vinyls. When is the last time you saw like a proper musician on pushing physical copies? We had Calligraph put out an album, and Octo. We had Octo put out an album. No single physical copy.
The thing is, the target audience is no longer works on tangible or physical.
I don't think so. We just assume. Can you confirm that doesn't work?
Okay. Ukiangalia hata sales za kina Lil Wayne and these big musicians, most sales nowadays are on Spotify. See actual records. You get it? People nowadays, the target audience are on the online platform, online media. Most people wana seek content huko. So ukienda ku sell hizo vitu. Okay, content creators kama mtu anachapa guitar no longer does that and rely on other things. Maybe they are lazy from that perspective. Like from the point of marketing, I don't think so. That's my logic.
Or maybe what you want.
Amazing.
You want these content creators maybe to
Hey.
You want
umejaribu bwana.
I'm inspired by this, by the way. Yeah. I thought it was like a massive.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that. So maybe you would like content creators to aggregate all the resources, all the avenues they have, online, physically.
Yes. I just want to see.
Do what's
I just want to see the art get to the people. There's a difference. If the way I interact with art personally, I feel I interact with it better when I can see it, I can feel it, as opposed to just me having it online the whole time. Like I want to see more musicians performing. I want to see more gigs done by less experienced there. I don't want to see more exhibitions of the people who draw.
People are busy. They don't have time
to buy your art performance physically. Is siku, bro. I don't want you to perform for me on a Monday. I'm busy on a Monday, but I want to come see you perform.
But these people need money daily.
That's a different conversation. It's a different conversation. Now we're gonna have to talk about that the whole show. We don't have that time, but we'll talk about it.
No, she has something.
Wacha ni agree na hiyo point when umesema musicians wako lazy. I want to agree and na nisipigwe mawe tafadhali.
Give us example. Which musicians are you saying are lazy?
Yeah, we
send them emails.
When it comes to
use him as an
research,
example.
When it comes to research, nowadays musicians hawafanyi research yao kabisa. They'll just be there, social media inapenda hii, wanapenda tunataka kuimbiwa kuhusu matako, sawa, they'll start singing that. You see, exactly, that is the content that is like it is flooding our internet now. Hiyo ndo content tuko nayo.
Mimi napenda matako.
Yeah,
I like us.
But they don't take their time to do the research.
But I don't have a song for it. No. There's so many things I like that based on my principles as whoever I am. I will not put in a song. So it's but I'm gonna say it quickly. I'm not disagreeing with you. Maybe based on what you have seen,
what
you
I've
feel
seen,
that
exactly,
musicians are lazy because they don't do research. However, that's you, and maybe it's true for you. But it also happens that different musicians do different things. So there may be people who don't sing about Matako. Maybe you have not.
But if they don't sing about Matako, they have a lot of Matako.
Because they have not understood, they have not hacked their market.
Like Matako is always a factor, bro.
But Matako is a
Either in
good
the
topic
song
though.
or in the video.
Yeah. We have
How
to
many
include
Matakos have you
Matako
had?
somewhere.
How many Matakos have you had? All your songs have Matako. Anyway, listen.
Yeah.
Bro. Listen. Let's wrap this. So now, just to move quickly, we like to use examples because examples bring the point home. So in the line of social media and the impact that it has had on our own lives, and talking about music and the different things we do, all of us love something called validation. Validation, when someone tells you, hey, I heard your new song. Hey, I saw your new video.
What did you say the other
day? So,
are we on the same topic?
So
what happened?
What I was saying is
what?
What I was saying is validate. All of us want validation. You want someone to acknowledge that you're doing something. So in the line of seeking validation, we've had a lot of things that come down with pressure when you don't get the validation, and some people want to do make it, blah blah blah, all this conversation. So now we have this gentleman, bro.
Yeah, the opposite of validation is what she said. When somebody says your song is trash, you
felt bad because you're a musician. I'm okay saying that.
So musicians prefer. I'm teaching. When you meet a musician, akikwambia tu mimi ni musician, you just go like, hata kama humjui, now you unasifu all of them as musicians. Those are the kinds of words, the kind of validation you need. So what about social media validation?
But that's not true because
how does social media we're getting there. Now, how does social media now build pressure that makes content creators, for example, want to show or give an image
that
of who they are?
Hey,
we together.
Yeah, okay, examples. Let's bring the point home. Let's bring the point home. Let's bring the point home.
Apple.
Yeah, let's bring the point home. I know you want us to talk about Matako and Nini. We'll talk about that. And twerking and all those things. But now, let's bring the point home. For example, there's the gentleman that is trending till now, the Fadili guys. Then we had the issue with Chipukizi. You guys remember the Kevin Hart story, right? You want more examples? Then we had Kobe Kihara. She even had to delete all her social media, right? Deshan guy. I'll tell you about it. Then even social for media, music,
the guy I saw a tweet there. The guys for 5 stadiums.
Yeah, got too much, which is true. Then we even had Octopizzo, the song with Agastolcina, which was not true. You guys remember? It was just some doo-doo sings like me, and then Akastamani, Agastolcina. So that is what we mean. So why if I make content, whether I make good or bad content, and I have a platform, because now online, this show is online. We didn't need nation media group or whatever group get us on. Because we have that platform now. Why do we need to go to such extent just to seek validation and look like we're also living that life or we're making it forget?
Chaksi, you need to understand that credibility has moved from being a common physical thing to what we see.
Right.
So if you're faking it and getting the numbers, everybody thinks you're credible. So if you're not even a certified manager like the Fatili guy, he had followers. People still used to seek advice from him. What do I do? So at the end of the day, you do fake things, but you're credible for it. Because when you're fake,
So you
Now you see that's the
have
thing.
fake content
And
you're
fake
still faking
numbers.
the numbers, because now you can fake even the numbers.
But do you understand? People, when you go to someone's Instagram, you'll be like, oh shit, you have 4K followers. How did you do it? Because at the end of the day, if you have 4K followers, whether you bought them or not, someone still thinks you got it. Yeah. And we've made it look like a cool thing to have it. So you might have 7,000 followers, but you have 50 likes. That is when we start questioning. So how comes out of the 7,050 have only seen your content? Yeah. But you see, when you have 7,000 followers and say 500 like your photos or something, that means you're a bit known, making you credible. So many people are pushing it to be able to make it look like they have it. Kobe Kiara had to post people's feet so they can see that she understands fashion.
Or maybe she has nice feet.
Or she has nice feet because she's a lifestyle whatever. And so you need to understand where the people who pushed guys to get to that point.
I think maybe just a bad joke, but I'll just say it regardless. Maybe whoever she was dating had a fetish for feet. No, I said I gave a disclaimer. It was gonna be a bad joke.
Yeah, but you guys one side now. It's not just media personalities and people who are doing content that have a different image on Facebook
that portray a different image.
And it's this generation we're calling it quarter life crisis.
Yeah.
Becoming a mental health issue. Yes. So now taking it back home to our personal lives. Nani akona amepost fake something. Living my best life.
The most common one, I don't know. What is this? I'm sorry, I go back to Matako. But what is this excitement? I see so many stories online. Unaona mse venye amejikunja yani ndio itoke yani. Unaona, don't you think you're even going to hurt yourself? As in, I'm like, So I think most mummies now could make good acrobats. They just don't know.
You don't have a picture that it's your face, your face and your ass are in the same frame.
Then it goes back to you.
Well, I think the reason why we're all faking it is it's like social media has turned into an online competition. Who has the most likes? So everyone is trying to post their selfies, post those ass shots so that they can get more likes and, as you said, more validation. And I think maybe we've started seeing our self-worth based on what people think of us rather than what we think of ourselves. So ni kama we don't have enough self-esteem, and that I think stems from how we were brought up, our education system. So now when you go to social media, it's like everyone is on a equal playing field. So now everyone does their best to be on top, and then so that they can feel good about themselves.
Just before the mic goes back to him, sorry to cut you short, but you mentioned something that I think I'll forget. I just want to ask. And so I've posted a picture on Instagram. I have 1,000 likes.
Then you feel good about yourself. Because you'll see someone else who has like 50 likes. So una feel it's like a competition.
So because I'm like, let me use an example, right?
Drugs,
Who? Really? Okay, because I'm like, sorry.
There's a feel-good hormone that usually produced every time something nice. Like when food is brought on the table, you're really hungry. There's a good feeling.
You need
Like it's legit. It's
actually. Is that true?
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yeah.
It's true, yeah? He's telling us the truth.
Like it's a hormone.
Yeah.
Like it's produced every time something good happens to you. You get that validation when it is stamped. Oh my God. Like, and then it's addictive.
That's crazy because I'm like,
it's addictive.
I'm like, I see if Sauti Sol gets so many likes, it's because they're all over, they sell at arenas.
But I'm sure
they have huge fans. Like in Sasa Mimi, in my bed sit or wherever I stay somewhere. Okay, anyway.
If you're a lady and you have a nice behind and somebody that taps on it, he's saying feel good.
Yeah. So, but it doesn't make it bigger or smaller.
Okay.
Huyu a few moments ago alisema
anaitwa Erosh.
Yeah.
ama monkey face.
Okay, monkey face.
Yeah.
Alisema musician Erosh, musician akikwambia yeye ni musician anatakanga kuambiwaje? Is that seeking validation?
That is seeking validation.
Meaning it cuts across everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's social media. My previous point yenye sikusema ni don't look at the scope of faking. Hata ile filter kidogo sana yenye unawekanga kwa picha Instagram. Pia hiyo ni faking.
Vanity.
But don't you think the reason
you're shaking the table? You are shaking the entire table.
But don't you think
Okay,
I'm just talking I'm talking about filters.
Ngoja malize. Eti
tunaongea about filters.
We gonna shake the whole table and tutakosana. What are you saying?
We're the king of filters, but you see, the point is you sometimes, but just for filters have different reasons. I don't think filter you can make look better. Maybe not just change background.
What he's saying.
Yeah.
Ebu finish.
But I know what you mean. I'm just being stubborn.
Finish before I finish you. Ebu finish.
Okay, utaangalia filter uone venye inatokea bila filter itokee venye unataka ikae. So you somehow tune it to look better for the audience that you are targeting.
But does that mean you'll get more clicks?
Huh?
Does it mean you'll get more clicks?
Yeah. It affects.
I've posted pictures that I think I'm killing it. I'm leaving cause shit.
But then if you say it like that isn't in regards to faking it, yeah? If you say it in regards to faking it. So where is the line between projecting my what's the word? What am I trying to say? Why do you wear nice clothes?
Exactly.
To look good,
right? So where do you draw the line from me projecting myself in the best light possible?
It is the immoral purpose of it. That's where the line is drawn.
Yeah.
When you do something with an immoral intention, like lying, when you're lying on social media to convince the audience, you see there is an immoral intention.
What if I'm doing it for myself? For example, there's a picture. I think I was wearing some orange sneakers or something. But the way it was taken because of exposure or whatever, the sneakers look like grey. I don't know. You couldn't get. But if you get the filter, there's a filter that brings them out as orange. I want them to look orange, so I did it for myself. I didn't do it for you.
Also,
if you're on my platform.
So you're saying if I post. If I was walking into Lepalanka and I saw a nice and I posted it online.
You didn't say you own it.
And I did not say, and I say I own this. That's lying.
That's immoral.
That's
now.
immoral. But if I just post it just like that, that's okay.
It's still immoral
because people will get
the mislead.
If the purpose is
to mislead.
So you can do whatever the hell you want.
The impression that you want to create.
I like what you mean. I like what you're saying because, in short, what you're saying is, if I posted a picture of a Lamborghini, at least I can credit.
Yeah, give credit to the owner.
Thank you. So, sorry, idea.
For me, there's one thing. You've asked a question like, does it make you become better or whatever? Does it? The thing is, when people are growing up long time ago, and according to what she said, it depends on how you grew. So some people go to an online platform and they actually get more love than what they would get in a home or whatever. To some people it's a place of healing. To some people it's a place of finding out. To some other people it's a place of feeling like I'm important to something, you see. So someone would go to so much lengths to take a photo, go for a photo shoot, do it right, because that is where they belong. That's where they feel like this is my home and it accepts me. So if it's not your home, you'll not be accepted because there's a place elsewhere you're being accepted for who you are. So again, it could be of immoral purposes, but some people, it's self-esteem purposes and they're growing from it.
Okay.
Gentlemen,
what
the hell is
what thing is, ikitu nini? Siko baya. Like, ikitu nini, man?
So the inspiration behind that was African masks.
Looks like a small dick with balls.
The inspiration behind. So I went out to research masks from West Africa, from South Africa, from Central Africa, the ones they did in the pre-colonial eras.
Yes.
And they were so distorted.
Okay.
The forms were so distorted. That's why you're not understanding that, like, what exactly this is. Because back then.
Come on, African man. I'm sorry. I'm just stubborn.
Because back then, people used to do very unique pieces, and that's what the Mzungu came and called African art. They liked it so much.
Abstract art.
Yeah. Some of these pieces inspired people like Picasso. He was really inspired by African masks, abstract masks. He used to collect them. And put them in his studio just for inspiration purposes.
So were you inspired or you copied?
That's an original idea. I didn't even sketch. I just took the chisel and the mallet.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you had something else to say?
Yeah, so I had something else to say that nowadays, like, we live in a disillusioned society where people have forgotten that their source of happiness should come from within and not from external sources.
What she was saying, actually.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. People post pictures to get happiness from likes, but the real sense is that you should be happy enough with the picture itself,
yes,
than the happiness that the likes will give you. For instance, musicians, if you go to the studio and record a song, the song itself should make you
excited
happy enough. Yeah. You shouldn't worry about how people think. You shouldn't worry about how many likes you get, how many buys you'll get. But by listening and by the process of recording that song should give you enough happiness. Now everything else, the likes and the comments will come later. Just that as a bonus.
Amazing, Kamaruto.
Yeah.
So now, just so that it's okay. I'm coming back to you. So that we, because we could talk about this for hours and hours, and we try to make sure podcast is a certain length, so that we don't also repeat ourselves a lot. You go in, and then we will just finalize by asking ourselves, where do we draw the line, and what really matters? Is it my song being received well, or is it the clicks again? Like, what matters? Do I become a good musician who's respected, who people pay for my art, or do I just become a musician who buys likes? Anyway, back to you, Monkey Face.
You said you're in content. You said
digital marketer. Yeah.
For what you said about musicians, getting validation is good because it motivates you.
Yes.
Even for anything.
For anything.
You're doing it for yourself, and you're also doing it to share. So if somebody says it's good, probably I would not be a musician if the first time I opened my mouth and sang, somebody did not say, "Oh my God," you know. So I think that positive feedback.
Yes.
Let's call it. Positive feedback is what artists and content creators. So what I wanted to ask you, you said you are
digital marketing.
Digital marketing.
Yeah.
Faking it till you make it.
Yeah,
Does it work? Do we do it? Does it work from a professional point of view?
Yes.
Well, I feel like as a content creator, you also want to give out the best you can. Like, you want the content to attract attention. So I feel like at some point, it's not faking rather, but it's you just bringing out the best out of the content you're creating so that you attract someone's attention and get the kind of engagement you. So in marketing, I feel like you want people to engage so that you know how many people you'll be able to reach, and as a result you can kind of calculate how you'll be able to, if your product will be able to sell and stuff like that. So I feel for faking it a bit, you'll want to tweak some images to make them pop out. For the videos, you want the introduction to have like something that really captures someone's attention. Yeah, so I feel like there's an element of faking it a bit so that it captures people's attention. Yeah.
That brings us to what you're So you're tweaking it, you have tweaked your image, it's perfect, guys are buying it, they love you for your tweaked images and everything. So,
who hasn't spoken?
Who
hasn't spoken? Faith. So just pass over the mic. Yes. You can wrap it up for us.
Yes. So you've sold the dream, you've sold the images. How is people are buying drones. So where is the line between the shout out?
Okay. Personally, I think business, you need to con people at some point. So, not really conning, but
I didn't hear.
Unity. Amesema, you can repeat.
Niambia Kikuria ndio.
The Kikuria.
Umeuliza kama ni biashara ama ni conning people.
Like where do you draw the line?
Where is the line?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you draw the line? I mean, when you're caught.
When you're caught,
Cause biashara. I remember one time she said that business is all about separating people with their money.
Yeah, he.
No, she's a she, and you know that. Why are you wasting her time? She said biashara is separating people with their money, which is also the same thing con men do. Right. So in this based on that story, a lot of people are saying you're being conned. So where is it? How do we? Like, the person doing the biashara thinks it's legit biashara. You feel conned. So where is there discrepancy in that?
Discrepancy.
Or discrepancy.
Ameanza kutumia terms za kuiba kura.
I think where you should draw the line actually penye hiyo discord hiyo jina ngumu hiyo umetumia
discrepancy
hiyo sasa penye itakuja kwa separated is when the product doesn't match, like when the service ama whatever you say
like that,
doesn't
value.
come up to
Yes.
like physically. Eti nimekuja, I'll take an example of me. I'm a makeup artist. I post good images. Kitambo I used not to post good images, and trust me, hazikuwa zina reflect. But afterwards unaona, oh, kumbe this is how people can do. Take good pictures of your makeup, post online. That's how you get clients. Oh, so I understand. But the problem will come.
Kinipaka na nisikae vizuri hivyo.
Alafu nisiweze kufanya exactly kenye nimepost. That's where the conmanship will come.
So overpromising and then under delivery.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, cool. So we're gonna wrap it up, but we can have a conversation after, just for the sake of nini. So yes, unaweza tumalizia.
Yes. So usually this is the point where you say what Kenyan song is. I haven't had time.
But we'll post on the description whatever links to whatever we are writing.
So my name is Erosh Official on Twitter. So that for validation and dopamine.
You can use that camera.
Yes, and dopamine. Nimesema dopamine, yeah. Remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. The button is down. You see, this is
that's how YouTubers do it. Alright.
Wow.
Yeah. And so finally from
we understand.
I'm just scared, ndio.
It just means the colonialism has not hit you.
I'm just scared.
Good.
So finally from me, I'd say the day I make it is the day I'll begin to fake it. I've always made it. But until then, I'm living my best life. And Santorini. Anyway, we are Just Kidding Podcast. You can find us online across all social media platforms. I go by that guy Chaxi. New episodes drop every Friday in the morning. Remember to subscribe, give us a thumbs up because we are super amazing. Kama Ruto. Hey, your line lazima singe waste. Anyway, until next week, bless. And thank you guys for coming, man. Uko get. Oh!
This is where you clap.
Ameget your joke Ruto sahi.
Hata wengine wanapata tu bado.
Yeah, wengine na Georgia get. Anyways, bless. Thank you so much for coming and not being in the Bahamas and not being in the Bahamas and not
Being recorded.
Hey, pause. What the
Focus.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Zoom in. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Listen up.